I'm a Squarespace web designer with over 200 launches, and here's how my design style has changed the most over the last couple years. We've all probably seen some changes in trends when it comes to web design, and here's the ones that I've found that are most consistent in my work. By far the biggest one is I'm doing a lot more seamless design instead of those full width sections. For so long, it was like you have this huge hero, you always have full bleed sections, you're just like panels down the page. Now that free-flowing, more seamless design is just way more in style, and also I feel like it's just easier on the eyes. So less full width sections, less things bleeding off the page, just create sections with shapes and different types of blocks and different design elements. Speaking of those design elements, the next one for me is playing around with how I use those. I used to be such a grid layout girly because I started designing in the layout design world in magazines and newspapers, and everything is extremely gridded, and that is just where my brain was stuck for a long time. Now I'm getting better at layering stuff. So whether that's photos or we have color blocks behind a photo, whatever that looks like, think of when you flip through a magazine and things were not just so perfectly aligned. They still are purposeful, but there's a little more ambiguity to it. It's a little more fun. I'm learning it's all okay. Next would be rounded edges. Now this isn't for every single brand. I still have plenty of brands in my portfolio that love a zero border radius, but I found that rounded edges are a little more modern right now. They're softer. They, to me, make a brand feel more polished. So I'm really leaning into the rounded edges these days. Last is simpler brand elements. So I look back at when I would take, the brand's icon and have it faded out in the background of a section and, just that more literal type of branding, a step and repeat of their icon, things like that. Definitely moving away from that and doing a lot more subtle brand elements. So think color blocking or hazy colors in the background, subtle gradients, not that crazy tech gradient we all did for so long. Please hold while I wait on my dog to finish drinking water. He's still going. Okay, back to what I was saying. Think really thin strokes around text blocks. Just really simple but consistent design elements that make it feel like a cohesive brand without just throwing logos everywhere.